So what's going on, guys? My name's MrDalekJD. Thank you for joining me, where today we have another Easter egg cipher to show you guys on my channel. I've posted quite a few videos looking at each individual cipher on EISENDRACHE, and we've got even more to show you, and this one is a really juicy one. I can't wait to see you guys react to this one. Now, this cipher is located in one of the fireplaces in the mission control room, where you have all these crazy computer screens, and we have one of the dragon's heads. If you actually look in one of the logs in the fireplace, you can see this note here, which is a Group 935 document, and this is an absolutely amazing cipher. Now, we don't have any punctuation in this message, so this might sound slightly weird, but I'm assuming where there should be punctuation, I'll say it. If I don't know if there is, I'll just read it as it is, but it says this when you decrypt it. Mission log entry 45. I'm over the site looking down through the open door. I can see weird distortion below me, like a localized aura borealis. I would normally cancel the operation, but we don't have time. Luckily, I have taken experimental weaponry version 3 that no one has seen before from my previous mission. Never say never, Peter. Now, this is absolutely huge. Either you recognize who Peter is or you don't, and if you don't, let me fill you in quite nicely. There is a character in the original World at War zombie storyline called Peter Mccain, who was actually a character in the zombies map Shinonuma. He's never actually heard, but you hear reference of him in various radio messages, and he has his body hanging in the very spawn room of Shinonuma. Now, Peter was a spy sent to infiltrate Group 935, and he originally worked undercover as a research assistant, but that was then transferred to Verrucht, which was another Group 935 controlled facility. Now, when Peter's handler suspected his identity had been compromised, a Marine recon team led by Tank Dempsey was sent to Verrucht to rescue him. Mccain had escaped or been evacuated before they arrived, and Dempsey, the only known survivor of the recon team, was then captured by Group 935 and experimented on, which leads us to the very start of Shinonuma. Now, the only time we've ever seen Peter is his hanging body in Shinonuma, and if you can see on his back, he actually has a backpack and a sheet on the back of him, which makes it seem like he jumped from a plane via parachute to enter into Shinonuma. Now, we've never heard of anything about Peter at all, and then in EISENDRACHE, we've just been hit with this crazy amount of really cool Easter eggs and loads of backstory being told to us, first about the Mexican test subject, and now about Peter Mccain. This is absolutely amazing. So if this cipher is anything to go by, Peter Mccain was perhaps at EISENDRACHE at some point in time. With what he's written in this cipher, it almost sounds like a similar kind of setup to when he was jumping into Shinonuma. He says that he's over the site looking down through the open door, and he can see weird distortion below, like a localized aura borealis. I'm pretty sure I've butchered the pronunciation of that, but if you don't know what that is basically the scientific name for the Northern Lights, which is a spectacular natural phenomenon. It's caused by collisions between electrically charged particles released from the sun that enter the Earth's atmosphere and collide with gases such as oxygen and nitrogen, which causes these spectacular lights which can be seen around the magnetic poles of the northern and southern hemispheres. So this is trying to insinuate that at some point in EISENDRACHE, perhaps, that there was some sort of experimentation going on or something going on which produced this incredible show of lights. Now, he said he'd normally cancel the operation as it looked unsafe, but he doesn't have time. But luckily, he's taken experimental weaponry version 3 that no one has seen before from his previous mission. Now, this of course is referencing a wonder weapon of some kind, and this is the version 3 of it. We're not sure if this is talking specifically about maybe the Wunderwaffe DG2, perhaps being the upgraded version being the DG3, or if this is referencing a different type of wonder weapon which we've never seen before or heard of. But he took this weapon from his previous mission, which we aren't aware of, so this is creating even more backstory to Peter Mccain's character, which maybe in time will explain of exactly what happened to him and where his origins come from. If we do get that, then Treyarch, you've absolutely smashed this out the park, but he ends the message by saying, never say never, Peter. Now, as this cipher is in EISENDRACHE, we can pretty much assume that where he's talking about in the cipher is EISENDRACHE. It makes a ton of sense, why wouldn't it not? But that's not exactly to indicate 100% 100% that he is talking about this location. I would put strong bets on it being that it is talking about it, but we aren't 100% sure. All we know is that his final moments were parachuting out of a plane into Shinonuma, and that's where he dies, and you can see his body hanging in the map. I can't stress enough how incredibly awesome it is for Treyarch to be paying this much attention to little kind of plot holes in the story and tying them up and giving us brand new leads on stuff like this. Like, this is absolutely amazing. It's things that we've kind of just forgotten about because they never were expanded upon, but now we have more information about Peter. There could be even more ciphers and future maps where could have been locations which he's been to before, which would be absolutely amazing, and we can get even more of a backstory of this very, very mysterious character. Let me know what you think about this all down below in the comment section. I'd love to see your theorizing and your thoughts on this really, really cool cipher. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to smash that like button. I really would appreciate it. And if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. I've got a ton more Easter egg ciphers and some really cool videos coming up, so make sure to stay tuned for those. But thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on another one soon.